Hey YouTube, this is my GW69 again. This is another care video on beard dragons. Well, not another, but care video on beard dragons. My introduction: these gentle beasts are from Australia, but are now readily available due to their wellness and the breeding in captivity. And beard dragons also make a wonderful pet for beginners and advanced reptile keepers. And they're relatively small size, for reaching up to about 16 if they have like a little dwarf in them, and to 24 inches, most likely around the 18 to 20 inches range. And the German giants work down to 26 inches, and they make good pets for small children. When you buy a beard dragon, just make sure it's healthy. You know, like check its eyes, check its tail, check its vents, and all that stuff. And housing. The beard. People say that adult beard dragons should be housed in a 40-gallon long, but I suggest a 20-gallon. What also works really well, not really well, but they would be much happier in the 40-gallon, but they could work in the 20-gallon. As long as you have one little, no, as long as you don't, as the cage isn't filled up with tons of stuff, it's really nice. If you want to house 2 adult beard dragons, I would rather prefer the 50-gallon, 20-gallon, 20-gallon, but plus 10-gallon, or 55-gallon for the extra space to run around and stuff. Lighting, they need the beard dragons require full spectrum lighting for 12 to 14 hours a day. I happen to use Reptile Sun 10.0 fluorescent bulbs, and there are other brands available such as Reptiglow or Lubichrome bulbs. And these fluorescent bulbs should stretch the length of your beard's enclosure and your beard dragon, and they should be able to come from 6 to 8 inches of the light. And the UV light should be passed over the cage and not directly through the glass. So don't try like to put it like through like here, because that's not a smart idea. It's just gonna reflect the UVB lights. And in the lighting, just make sure you get like 100 watt to boost the temperature to like 100, 110-ish, depending if they're a baby, 110-ish. If they're an adult, maybe around a 90 to 100. 95 is a nice temperature.
Just call the house.
Oh man, I think I'm bleeding from my toe. I don't know. At nighttime temperatures, the cool side temperatures should fall down to 85. Nighttime temperatures should fall down to 75 to 65 to 80. I keep mine around 70. And you want them on the hot side, them on the cold side, and in the high ground or in the cool side. And for substrate, you could use newspaper, paper towels, butcher paper, or reptile carpet. And these choices are cheap, easy to clean, and hold no health risk against your animal. Also, if you're using reptile carpet, the stuff that looks like and feels like grass is the best, because the felt kind, which is like the one for the leopard geckos, the ones that look like that, like the real reptile carpet, the tails of the nail of the beard dragon could get like swiped under there, so you don't use them for babies until like 8 inches long, then switch them on the grassy turf or Carefresh, which is also a good substrate. The felt that it's do not, they can cause injury to also other places like the tail sometimes. And do not use sand, shavings, or any other loose substrates for baby, the juvenile beard dragons, except for Carefresh, which is another good substrate like this, because once it gets absorbed in the mouth, it gets really, really small. You can barely see it. If it eats loose substrate, they can become impacted, which is blocking the intestines, and die. And for adult beard dragons, I prefer the grass, reptile carpet, or play sand. Wash play sand is much cheaper than all those fancy colored reptile sands and looks just as good. You can buy play sand in much larger hardware stores from the 40 to 50 pounds like Walmart and Home Depot.
You're talking so much, when they hear that video, they're not going to understand what you're saying.
See, baby beard dragons could probably eat about 20 crickets a day, but I'll probably feed mine about 4 crickets and 2 mealworms and a lot of veggies a day. And offer as much as they can eat for like 15 minutes. Mine also goes for the juvenile beauty pellets, which look like this. Buy that. Good greens to feed them. Feed them a variety of worms, crickets, and all. But a good green to feed them. Bok choy, dandelion greens, collard greens, mustard greens, bok choy, kale, turnip greens, auxiliary, and chicory are among the easiest to find and best to use. If you're wondering lettuce in any name, most lettuce are composed mostly of water and hold little or no nutrition value. So I would stay away from that. And spinach, they also should be avoided as calcium binds to it and will not be digested for animals. So I wouldn't get that either. Squash, you can get butternut squash, yellow squash, spaghetti squash, acorn squash, and all those other varieties of squash. Green beans, turnips, sweet potatoes, snow peas, and carrots. But carrots should be offered as a treat due to the high amount of vitamin A. So I wouldn't use too much, because if you feed them too much of that, they can get vitamin A toxicity. So I wouldn't do that. Water, feed the water. Get them every single time the water just gets to an end or gets dirty. I really have to clean that right now.
That's cool.
And fill it. Bathing at least once to twice a week.
Oh,
Don't bathe them with
she was
soap,
like,
but bathe them with
saying.
like hot water, because they can lick the soap and they lick too much.
When you finally are able to hang out, she's like, oh, why do you do this and that and this and that? And it's like
take them to the bed about twice a year.
I just think it's
That's
so weird.
I'll take them to my take mine to the bed like twice a year. And bearded dragons are really nice pets to take care of. And that's probably all for now. If you guys have any questions, just PM me. For the UVB bulb, if I didn't say, I'll probably use 10.0 because they do need their UVB. And basking light should probably reach around 95 for juvenile, for adults, and 150 for juveniles. And that's for it. If you guys want to PM me about anything, just PM. Remember, comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for you guys a lot. And